just the most beautiful woman.
Wait, thank you. I have a 9-month-old, so that's very nice to hear.
How do you have a 9-month-old?
Okay, that's a very nice compliment. Thank you.
meant like
physically,
yes.
because my body is so good. Like, how could I have bounced back so quickly? No, I'm just wearing,
Spanx. You know what sucks for me about any of that, like, binding stuff? Women love it, and it seems to work for them. I have this flesh that comes out like a tube of toothpaste. So if it's being squeezed here, it will come out there.
Do you know what's so
Am
funny
I wearing it wrong?
Can we talk about Spanx for a second?
Please.
Is that I feel like I've, like, come around on them being, like,
It's go time.
It's go time. Mm-hmm. And that's how I feel. And, you have 3 kids. Put them on. Thank you for
Congratulations
Thank you.
on three beautiful children. How do you maintain being a working mom and being empowered? Because it is so much to juggle. Because you have 3 children, all of these projects. You never stop.
Well, I think the thing that I have trouble with, and I'm still working on now, is this, what makes me succeed professionally is not what makes me succeed as a mom.
That's
you know what I mean?
One of the best answers I've ever heard in my life.
And figuring that out.
No one's ever said it that way.
You have to code switch. And I don't necessarily I get off a Zoom at work where we're in production and I was decisive about this and decisive about that and quick whatever. And then you go into, I'm all about efficiency for work, which I think people appreciate. And then I go into home, and when you have 3 children under 7, if efficiency is one of the things you value the most, you're gonna go crazy, right? Trying to leave the house in the morning.
Leaving the house!
So it's I have to really just basically decide to switch my personality.
I promise you what you just told me was so important for me to hear.
I love hearing that. That's great.
It's true. That is going to be something I take with me for the rest of my life.
Oh my gosh.
I mean it. It's what I needed to hear.
Oh my gosh, okay.
And by the way, when you were here the last time, you were launching your incredible book studio. And now it is the 2-year anniversary.
2-year anniversary.
There is Drop Dead Sisters that just launched.
And if you love the show Bad Sisters, or you just love kind of dysfunctional families and female stories.
Is there anything else other than a dysfunctional family?
I think that's...
I think we should just I think dysfunctional should go in front of family permanently and liberate all of us.
Yes, what a great point. This book is just so funny, and I grew up without sisters, so I love diving into Little Women, Drop Dead Sisters. I love these stories of...
Do you think that we were bullish on having at least 2, if not 3 children because we didn't have siblings growing up?
Yeah.
Me too.
Well, what's so funny that you said that is that I'm interrupting you only because I remember when I was on The Office, we had this... there's this character named Michael Scott. And when he was a little boy... we did this thing where he was on a child TV show, and they asked him, what do you want to do when you grow up? And he says, I want to have 100 kids so I can have 100 friends and no one can say no to being my friend. And I wrote that episode, and I remember at the time I was 25. I was so far from thinking about having kids, and I thought, oh, that's so funny and sad that a grown-up would want to have kids to have friends. And then now, cut to me being oh, I can't wait. I have 2 daughters. I can't wait till they get older so they can be my pals. I am Michael Scott.
Yes, good.
I just want them to become in their 20s and be my pals.
I love that. Okay, this was the first year that I really took myself to task on cooking Thanksgiving because I'm such a bad cook. And I tend to ruin everything.
Did you cook Thanksgiving dinner?
I did.
This is not too, because I own your appliances. I know you have amazing.
That makes me so happy because I can make stuff for your kitchen. I'm just not sure you want me to cook the food. But this year, because my daughter and I are in a blended family, the girls were with Dad this Thanksgiving. I needed something to focus on. And I had 4 gay men. And I was like, you guys, I'm going to make a turkey. And I'm going to make a ham, and I'm going to make green bean casserole, and I'm going to make all this stuff. And shockingly, it went right. And I bring this up because I want to pull up your Chrissy Teigen-inspired holiday Thanksgiving list that you posted. And I read it scrupulously. First of all, I love your flavor profiles. I hope maybe one day I could crash your Thanksgiving.
When you said blended family, I was thinking about how, I mean, we're blended not through divorce, but through like racially blended. Like we have half my family is Jewish, the other half is Indian, and then we have lots of guests from lots of different, areas. And so my dad really likes to have Indian food at Thanksgiving, but I also love stuffing and have people there who are there for mac and cheese. My children will only eat the American classics. So look
at your spread, Mindy. How did you?
Thank you. Thank you for the applause. It was so much work.
How did you pull this off? That's far more than I did. I made 2 proteins and a side dish, and then all the lovely gay men brought their backups.
Well,
but how did you attack this?
Well, my thing is that I'm a princess who likes to have a small amount of 14 different things on Thanksgiving. So I just wanted a lot of options. Well, that screen grab was my to-do list. Because when you're doing Thanksgiving dinner, it's Tuesday is the day you're doing all the chopping.
Prep.
There's all the prep. Wednesday is you make
and
the
I
dishes
that learning because I don't know. But seeing yours, I was so turned on, Mindy.
You
wow.
have to come.
I would give anything to come to your Thanksgiving.
Malibu. There's lots of Indian people.
I love Indian food so much. That's why I was in awe of your menu. Okay, this is a very special time of year, and it's full of traditions. And I also love the fact that I got to lay on my couch and do my favorite thing, which was sit around and watch season 3 of The Sex Lives of College Girls. It is my favorite show. In fact, they're here.
They're here.
Can we bring them out?
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
All right, we're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, will you introduce everybody? We'll get all the girls here. They're all here. I'm loving the new season so much. We'll be right back. It's so good. Okay, I'm back with the incredible Mindy Kaling, and that was a clip from season 3 of Sex Lives of College Girls, one of my favorite shows ever. And we have the cast here, and I can't wait any longer. Let's do this. Mindy, will you do the honors?
Oh, I would love that. Okay, let's please welcome to the stage Pauline Chalamet, Alyah Chanelle Scott, Amrit Kaur, Gracie Lawrence, and Mia Rodgers.
Welcome, ladies!
Oh my God, they're so cute.
Oh, wow, Pauline's got the long hair. It turns out I know Gracie's dad. This is such a small, crazy world. I did a film called Music and Lyrics with Hugh Grant.
Yes. Pop Goes My Heart.
Pop Goes My Heart.
Yeah.
We had the best
iconic movie.
Your dad, he wrote and directed it. He also did 2 Weeks Notice and a bunch of it. He missed Congeniality. He's the coolest person, and I love him so much.
We love you.
And we found a still shot. We did a scene in an elevator together.
Yes.
Look at you.
Oh my God.
Look at
And
you.
that's my mom. And that's my brother.
I've never seen that. How is your dad?
He's so good. He tells me to tell you to say hi. He loves you so much, and
He's such a good man. He would always talk about how talented you guys were musically. And you're in this insane band, Lawrence. You opened up for the Jonas Brothers. And Gracie, your voice is so amazing.
your voice is amazing in that movie.
Oh, with auto-tune,
No, but
yes.
it's great.
No, you've got the real deal voice. And Pauline, you are 2 months into being a mama.
I am.
I mean, I just got some of the best parenting advice. Did you talk to this one?
I did.
I think Mindy was one of the first people to know I was pregnant.
Really?
So, yeah, I called her. I was like, okay, we're about to start, and surprise. And she was, you were just so supportive and had the best advice, because also she's just, Mindy does it all. So she was like, yeah, okay, no problem, and this is how we'll handle it. And everyone was so supportive. I was like, a little like, oh, a college girl and all this stuff. And then I was like, you know what? This is my job, and it's so much fun to like be on set and like playing this college girl, and I think I really pulled it off. Like, I think it was like very like,
I would have never known. I've seen a lot of this season, and I would have had no idea. Amrit, when you met Mindy, what was like your first meeting like? May I ask?
I think there was one day on set, the first day that you were on set, and I just had one line, and it was I got into the Catalan or something, and I could not remember it for the death of me.
Oh my God. Is that true? That feels like something that would really annoy me. But, I don't remember being annoyed by you.
And I was so devastated. I was like, what? Mindy's gonna think, like, I can't even get one line. And so I had messaged and I said, can you meet me in the trailer? I don't know if you remember that. This was season 1. And then we met in the trailer and I was like, I'm so sorry I forgot that one line. I was trying to impress you so much.
Was I nice or was I a huge bitch?
No, you were absolutely nice. You were absolutely nice. You said you were fine.
You're very well raised, and I hope that I was nice about that.
I would have to say you're well raised because you were not, you were fine with it, I guess.
I like that you're a toughie, though, because you have so much moxie, Mindy.
Well, no, I just have high standards, and the thing is, these young women, I was about to call them girls, but these young women deliver. I mean, that's why the show works, I think, and it's so funny. Wait, I have a question for Mia.
Mia, this is a big deal, by the way.
This is a big deal.
Yeah. You guys, is it true?
It's true.
This is Mia's first talk show. Okay, so far, I don't know how it's going because it just started, but
it's going.
It's going.
It's going. No, it's going amazingly. I'm internally screaming right now. I can't believe this is happening. I was working in a bar in February.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm here. It makes no sense to me.
I love you on the show. I did, again, not see your character going to the place that it did in episode 2. Okay, Alyah, you are so close to Renee Rapp in personal and professional life, as now I understand they're different thanks to Mindy. They intersect, it's all messy, but, I had a revelation with her earlier. I loved the first 2 episodes and Renee's storyline. I thought it was so unexpected. It was so beautifully written. It paralleled her own life experience.
Yeah.
But was so true to her character. How has that transition been? Do you guys live near each other?
We live 3 minutes away from each other. It's obnoxious of us, but it's, no, it's been great. I think the way the show handled it was so good for us as a group too, because we really got to like deal with it. And even the dialogue she says, it's like, we're really dealing with the goodbye, and we say the goodbye, and it's all emotional and heartfelt, and then, on the turn of a button, we go back to our room, and it's like, and life goes on, and it moves, and that's exactly how it happens in life, too.
That, for me, is like the training ground of life. Put your girlfriends first.
What's nice about the show, and it's really because of these young women, is that the show's called The Sex Lives of College Girls, and so you have that idea, but when you picture what you like the most about the show, it's, in your mind, you're like, oh, it's like 4 girls sitting in a room. So it isn't so much about them making out and doing whatever. It's like the friendship lives of college girls, but it's like kind of sexy and fun that they get to have these relationships outside of it. But I think that's the thing that people look forward to the most because of their chemistries. That makes the show.
It's everything. Now, I have one last round of spicy questions because the show is fun and spicy, and it goes there. Will you guys play with me really quick? Spicy questions? Okay. Yes. The great Mindy Kaling and all the girls from the Sex Lives of College Girls. And we're going to ask some spicy questions. Here we go. I'll start with Mia. Name your favorite PG word that describes sex. Oh, okay. Pretend we're on daytime television.
Good to remember. The UK, so we have shag.
Yes!
Shagged.
Okay, Amrit, what is a signature move that you might do if you're flirting with someone?
Oh, man. I have a tendency, apparently I'm going to say a quick short story. I was having sort of flirtation talk with my now girlfriend, and for some reason, and I was saying, "Oh, baby, I love your pineapple," and she puts her hair up, and I had to tell her the next day that no, that was my flirtation talk. So that's my flirtation.
I like,
talk
oh
story.
baby, I like your pineapple. Okay, Pauline, the show is called Sex Lives of College Girls.
Yeah.
What would a show about your sex life be called?
Do we have time to do it now?
Okay. Alyah, have you ever sent an embarrassing text late night? And if so, what was the text?
Oh my gosh, probably all the time. I feel like I did it yesterday.
Ooh,
Probably
and what was that text?
Panic texting Mia and Gracie, what are you wearing tomorrow? We have to be making sure that we're wearing something similar. And I was going to be wearing the exact thing Mia's wearing, so I'm glad that I did it.
That was a tame text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Gracie, what do you think your strangest habit is?
Ooh, I'm so scared of pigeons. I grew up in New York City. My whole life, I'm terrified of them. And I will walk to the other side of the street if there are a lot of pigeons. That's not hot at all. But that
it's
is a
very
habit.
endearing.
And that's the first thing that came to my mind because I did it this morning.
Okay, good. Good to
Very
know. All right. Mindy, as the last one, did you ever slide into someone's DMs?
Romantically is what you're talking about.
Yes.
Never. Well, I'm old, right? So for me to be sliding into DMs, that would have been like from when the internet started when I was like 37.
Yeah, when it was like www.dm.com.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been a dream come true for me. I love you guys so much, and I love living in your world, and I love everything the show represents and says and gives that feeling of. Okay, well, new episodes drop every Thursday on Max, and thank you so much, everybody. We'll be right back.